This is a quick introduction to the different features of Radix NetPoint Manager. On the left side you can see all the groups and the users that are connected to the system. The gray ones are offline, the blue ones are online. On the right side you can see an overall map of the different groups and their locations, which are connected and which are not. By standing on one group you can see a list of all the members, and you can sort them by the different criteria that you're interested in. If you stand on one computer, you see a dashboard of all the different features that are relevant to that specific user. You can see a dashboard of the Windows Update Manager, if they're missing some updates, what are the latest snapshots, the operating system, the service pack, when it was last seen, the full connection log, and so on and so on. We have a full set of a full featured inventory as well. If you select the inventory and stand on a specific client, you can see the inventory list of all the relevant machines information. For example, the running processes, the installed services, some information about the firewall, and if you have some hardware errors, you can see the errors as well. You can see all the Windows updates and all the installed software. With that, you can also create a report. You can create a new report based on all that information and more. You can load a ready-made report, for example, the connection log for all the stations, the history of the connections for all the stations, or you can create your own unique report based on any one of the information that is collected by the different plugins. For example, the snapshots, the inventory snapshots, RAM information, inventory information, the recovery snapshots that we mentioned, client tags, and so on and so on. When you create a report, you can also save it and use it for later. So I created a simple report, a custom report, and these are the stations that we got and the relevant reported information. We can select the clients that were selected in that report and perform some tasks on them. We can also do remote assistance for a station. For example, right-click remote assistance, and right now we're controlling the station from remote. We can select the quality for best quality, and we can also do it on full screen or smaller screen. If I execute a process, I can run scripts, batches, VBSs, EXEs, and so on. I'm just going to run a very specific calculator. And on these selected clients, I'll remove the ones that I don't want, and I'll time it for now. The task ran, and I can see from remote that it did run what I wanted. I can also query the task and look on all the tasks that we created in the past. Double click on the last one, and you see that it's a success. It was the execute process for calculator was a success. And when I close it, I can also see in the inventory list of the running processes that calc is no longer there. I can sort and create dynamic groups on different criteria. For example, all these Windows machines that their computer name starts with anything with Win will go automatically into the group called Win machines. And if I look at that, and I see that all these machines are named Win something, and these are the machines that are not located in that group. I can create different rules for different criterias. We also have a fully featured access control that you can create different administrators with different rights and different roles, like a fully featured administrator or limited rights administrator that can run only these limited features. You also have one-on-one functions. For example, taking a look inside a computer from remote without interfering with the user. I can just run some commands on that computer, and I can also do basic file transfer commands from from the console to a remote user. This is just one-on-one commands. On the other hand, we can do remote file distribution that can be affecting all the computers in the system. You can select all of them. You can select a specific user or group, and I can schedule what I'm transferring and where. For example, I can choose from our repository uh, to transfer the Google Earth file and drop it in C/, and it will just directly go there. We also have the ability to combine a set of rules, a set of tools, for example, for remote installation. I can take these the files from the server that the repository server that I have, for example, that Google Earth, and install it silently with elevated privileges to run not as system but run as administrator or a specific power user, and select the password for that. Again, you can select the different users and schedule it to whenever you want. We have the power commands. Of course, manage all the power policy for the different groups or users, or run a specific command. For example, shut down the computer on a daily basis, not right now, but at 8 p.m. So all the computers for that selected group will shut down to save power at 8 p.m. We also have a very nice report for that. We have a report that you can load with power save report, and you can see how much power you saved by just shutting down all these machines during the night. Any report that we create can also immediately be reported to my email or to a repository that will save all the different reports. These reports are also alerts that you can create. For example, if you have a low space user, you can create a new alert using all the reports that we created earlier. So if I want to create a report for all the users that don't have the K-Lite codec pack, then I create a report and find them, and then later on I can create a reported event out of that. So anyone that will be connected to my machine, or to my system, will automatically report to me if he has the K-Lite codec pack or not, and I can act upon that and install from remote or whatever. We also have the Windows Update Management, that you can update all the high priority, normal priority, or low priority updates to all the selected machines. And we can also do a rule that will automatically download and install just any one of these updates. One of the nice things is you can combine actions together. We can create a workflow based on all the capabilities of the system. For example, execute a process for calculator and do a remote setup for the K-Lite codec pack with different parameters that we want. And at the end, take a new snapshot with the recovery system. Or before that, lock the client. I'll choose the clients that I want to run this flow, and schedule it for now. I'll run the task, and I'll follow that from remote. It started the installation. It ran the application. Let's stop that installation right now. And it locked the system, just as I wanted that to do. The nice thing about the workflow is that you can schedule that in the middle of the night and run the workflow scheduled to start on a daily base at midnight, and it will turn on the computers, take all the updates, install the different software, shut down the machines after that automatically, and I can also get a report on the history where it stopped or where it's holding right now. And right now I see that it's only 66% because we have an intervention on that machine. The recovery module allows us to take snapshots of the machine of different machines on a schedule or automatically when something happens.